how to become a six-figure content creator in 2026. In this video, we're gonna talk about how you can create not just a income, but a great income creating content. And it's not as hard as you think. So without further ado, let's get into it. Cool. So I know you guys see online every day, your favorite influencers just seems like they're living their dream life. They don't look like they're going to work, and you're wondering, how in the heck are these people just making content and living out their dreams? Now, what I will say is that most people make it look a lot better on camera and through the screen of social media than it actually is. So if they are actually extremely wealthy, there's a lot of stresses that you actually don't see on the other side of the camera that they have to deal with in order to maintain that wealth. So it's not always sunshines and rainbows, or if they look like they're wealthy, maybe they're not as wealthy. I know content creators that get millions and millions of views and are extremely famous but are dead broke. So just remember to use your discernment, and things aren't always what they seem online. But I will say this, you can definitely create the income that you desire by becoming a content creator. And we're gonna talk about how you could do it in today's market in 2026. Now, I'll just cut the fluff out. There is some things you might not like, and that is you're gonna have to get good at creating content. Shocker, right? To be a content creator, you're gonna have to get good at creating content. But remember that value is what creates money. Being of service to people is what creates money. Not like influencing, right? So on my personal content stuff, some people have been like, oh, you're an influencer or a content creator and you make a great living. But I actually make very little to no money from my influencing or from my social media content. What I do make money from is from being of service to people by providing people an incredible place to film content like this, or by actually going to their offices and filming content, creating marketing campaigns, managing their social media, by being of service. I make my money from servicing people, and what I service is creating their content. So I just wanted to air that out before we got into anything else. That's how I generate an incredible income for myself, for my family, and for all of our staff. If you want to generate income, remember that being a creator, it's probably a lot harder to just get influencer deals. If you're like, hey, I'll post you on my social media. But if you're like, hey, I can make you an ad for your company that will help increase your revenue, I think they would more than likely invest in that, opposed to being like, hey, I'll just put up a story and some whatever and you'll get people to, even, it doesn't matter how many millions of followers or views or impressions that you get. It's all about how you frame it. So for example, my wife, she has 7,000 followers. She makes really badass videos. We've been making videos for a living for I've been doing it for 10 years. She's been doing it for 7 years. We've been making a living from creating videos for a long time. So she makes really freaking good videos. Her videos are incredible. And she gets brand deals from top brands like beauty brands, Honest Beauty, YSL, Chanel. She gets all kinds of, she's very particular on the deals she does take, but she gets paid thousands and thousands of dollars to make these videos, and she only has 7,000 followers. But why do they pay her thousands of dollars with no following? It's because her videos are so good. So if you don't have a huge traffic or a huge following or anything like that, you don't need to have a huge following to make really good videos. I would say start with making really good videos. And guess what? She makes a lot of those videos on the Osmo Pocket 3, which is a super affordable camera. I'm actually filming this video on the Osmo Pocket 3 right now. Or she uses her phone. You could literally get started with your phone. The thing to be successful becoming a content creator is just get started now. Use what you have and get started today and build momentum. You could practice creating content today with your phone, and you could get started in today's day and age. So let's say you're already really good at creating content and your videos are super sweet and you're making videos for yourself, but you haven't figured out how to monetize that. If that's you, then listen up, because I'm going to tell you exactly what we did when that was the case for my wife and how she turned it into a ton of revenue. So it depends on where you're at. If you have money and capital and you can invest into a very cheap, affordable system, then this is a system we did. We hired a VA from the Philippines from a website called onlinejobs.ph, and we had her do cold outreach to email. So for what you could do right now is there's email scraping softwares. There's a ton of them out there. and you could literally put in like marketing directors or decision makers of whatever niche, skincare, beauty, fashion, whatever it is that you want to make videos for. And we use that software. I think the software is like $50. We paid the VA, I think like $5 an hour, maybe less, something along, whatever is fair in that market. And when you go on online jobs, you'll see a bunch of different people from as little as $1 an hour to $10 an hour. You just need to figure out what their level of competency is and if they can do what you need them to do. So once you do that, right, the entire system cost us maybe $200 a week, and it was making, I think, like $5,000 or $6,000 a week at one point when we were really cranking it. So we had this VA scrape the leads or the emails from the software. Then we'd have her send out emails every single day offering like a free video or a free brand analysis. I forgot what her verbiage was, but basically made contact and added value first. So scrape emails, send out emails, add value, and that's how we did it. Yeah, we freaking would offer a free video for like their product. It depends again where you're at. A lot of companies will totally just send you free product to make them free videos. If you're at a point where you need to leverage it for money, like there's steps to it. If you have a great offer and you get on a call with them and you're able to sell them, you could go straight to cash collected from that point, or you could just get free product, which my wife would do both. She would get the free product, make a killer video and share with them, and they would be so stoked that they would always sign up for their next like project. So that's how we did it with her, and she still does. Nowadays, she's more involved in the pod place business, so she doesn't do as many, but she literally still probably generates a good $2,000 to $4,000 in additional revenue a month straight to her. That's like straight profit for her to do all the things that she wants to do just by making really awesome videos for her handful of clients that she really likes to work with. She has really high standards, but that's literally the game. And you could do that for any niche. If you could go, for Pathfinder, we work with a lot of law firms. You could work with real estate people. You could work with anybody. In today's day and age, 2026, there's never been a better time to create content and make a great living at doing it. So comment below your questions if you have any, or what your biggest takeaway is, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.